Okay, I'm going to hit the intro, and I'm going to try to hit my mark this time.
Intro.
Thanks for tuning into the Carry Handle Podcast. Here's your host, Bryce and Kevin.
Welcome back to the Carry Handle Podcast. My name is Bryce, and with me, as always, is Kevin, even though my wife said that in the intro, so it's fine. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Hi, I'm here, as always, with Bryce.
He's still
Yay.
here. We didn't leave from the last recording. I've just kept him hostage the entire time.
Please, I have to eat at some point.
No,
I'm
you may never
hungry.
eat.
I'm hungry.
Oh, Kevin, what brings us here today of the... Well, I mean, this is probably... Well, it's released on a Monday, but...
Yeah, multiple people. First of all, I want to say thank you to Hannah.
Oh, fuck, I already forgot.
Oh, my God.
You
Jesus.
forgot.
I didn't forget Hannah. Don't worry.
God
I didn't
damn it.
forget.
Thank you, Hannah, my beautiful wife, for setting up this show and keeping my Cheerios unfucked. I very much appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't pee in Bryce's Cheerios.
No, I'd rather not.
He'll still eat them, but he doesn't like them.
Salty and upsetting.
Friends in the channel, Eastern Shore Sling Company and Amy 3D Prints. Carry
Hammy's
Handle
is the Carry Handle Gang, 10% off, and Eastern Sling...
Carry Handle, I believe.
The Carry Handle or Carry Handle.
Yeah, and then upcoming...
Don't get any kickbacks. They're just friend of the channel. We love them. And they show our support, or they show support to the show by giving you 10% off.
Yeah.
So,
and then events coming up, Bryce?
Yes. And we will be at Suppress Fest, which is the U.S.'s largest suppressed-only shooting event. And we will be going to SHOT Show next year. So if you guys have questions, comments, things you want us to look at, email, text, or no, Jesus, don't text me. I'll never answer you, first of
text
all.
him.
Ever. And then... so definitely Instagram us, and then the email Carry Handle Podcast or the Carry Handle Podcast at outlook.com or Gmail if you fuck up. We have both. It's fine. We made that because I always forget, and I figured somebody else would.
We have contingencies for contingencies.
We have contingencies for my dumb brain. So, and that hopefully is helpful for you.
Meanwhile, we have a guest.
We still have a guest. Who is the guest, Kevin?
Alan Griffith.
With Griffith Guns. How are you, Alan? Thank you for coming on.
I'm tired, but I'm very happy to be here, man.
We're all tired. I think that's when we get the best content, though.
I was practicing the name in my head there.
I saw that. That was good. Thank you.
If you're not tired, then you're not doing enough.
That's what I'm saying. I said so.
Yeah.
Alan, so we've been fans to the channel, fans of your work, but for our listeners who may not know you, I mean, they definitely do. They definitely some of your products, but give us 10-second elevator pitch who you are, and then we can talk about more fun stuff.
All right, I'm Alan Griffith, sole proprietor of Griffith Guns. I make custom gun parts myself. I machine them. My specialty is the threadless GG92 compensators for the Beretta 90 series. And I'm working on a lot of other stuff, but that's the main thing.
Okay. Well, so I know a few people, definitely me included, I found you through your very interesting, very compelling cinematic-based shotgun suppressor from No Country for Old Men. So in terms of where you got your start, how did you... sorry, I just muted myself.
Oh, no.
How did you get into machining and a YouTube channel, and how are you where you are?
Give us the rundown. Give us the deets.
The deets.
If I remember correctly, I first started machining because I wanted to learn how to work on guns. I wanted to learn how to make gun parts. I mean, how are guns made? It's machining, woodworking. There's some other sciencey stuff in there. It's mostly that. So I guess when I was like 18, I might have heard this advice from Mark Novak on YouTube. I was trying to figure out where to start. He didn't recommend going straight into gunsmithing. He recommended starting in machining. And I mean, so you would immediately have valuable skills that are also applicable to gunsmithing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing that advice over and over. So that's what I started doing. Of course, I haven't had any higher education. I tried one basic machining class
Mhm.
for 1 semester, but it was like they taught me how to drill 3 holes in a cube and thread one of them, and that cost me $2,000 and months of my time.
Oh,
So I
that's good.
just meanwhile, I was working at McDonald's, so I I said, "Hell no, I'm leaving."
Jesus.
I saved up another 2,000, bought a mini mill and a mini lathe, and I've just been running the crap out of those mini mills until I got here.
So you are
That's really cool.
everything we have been talking, loving something so much you just make a job out of it. I mean, that's super compelling. I mean, you from the ground up knew where you wanted to go, and the education be damned, you taught yourself how to. That's really commendable. I
That's awesome.
didn't know that. So no formal machining education. What are you taught by YouTube?
You can learn a lot on YouTube, man. It
Oh,
sounds
that's
stupid to
not. I'm
say
not
that
saying
'cause
Absolutely.
that
I know yeah, no, I get it.
underhanded.
I
That's
get it. I know to a lot of people that must sound stupid, but you learn everything from YouTube, dude. Like,
You can.
there are so many masters of their craft that are willing to teach you everything and put it in an
absolutely.
easily understandable video format, and you've got
Mhm.
books, and you've got articles.
I
You
watch
can
actual college courses on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like MIT
Yeah.
has free courses.
I mean,
So
if you have like the discipline to try and teach yourself, yeah, you can learn
Mm.
quite a lot for pretty much almost free.
So in terms of so your lathe and your mill, so you are, well, I guess 100%. So what kind of trial and error were you going through in terms of what was the end? Did you have an idea what you wanted to make first, or was it just kind of, here's a thing of aluminum or steel and I'm just going to start drilling until there's something that resembles something?
Okay, let me be clear, I'm not still using the manual mini mill and mini lathe.
Okay.
I use them for
Okay.
some small parts sometimes, but I finally got myself a CNC mill about
Hell
6 months
yeah.
ago,
Hell yeah,
finally.
brother.
That's awesome.
And, I mean, it took me, like, 3 or 4 years of practicing and saving to get to that point, but I'm finally there.
That's
I
awesome.
that is
But
that's incredible.
initially and of course, no loans. I probably could have gone faster if I took a loan to get the machine, but I didn't. I
Mm.
saved up cash. But, the, where was I going with that? Yeah, you asked me where did I start? Well,
You sound like me.
w my my hobby at the time, like 4 or 5 years ago, was restoring antique guns. Like, I would get antique revolvers, muzzle loaders, shotguns. I'd get, like, 1 to 3 a year, I
Mhm,
suppose, and I would get the most beat ones I could find. I mean, parts damaged, parts missing, everything's rusted.
mhm.
I would steam blue all the parts, turn the rust black. Um, I would manufacture the missing parts
Wow.
because you can't like, if you've got a weird Belgian double barrel shotgun made in 1870 and it doesn't even have the manufacturer on it, you can't find replacement parts. So you have to manufacture the parts from scratch. And the manual machines are very versatile. They're great for doing things like that, one-off parts.
Mhm.
Um, but the compensator, I guess I made the first one about just a little over 3 years ago. It was, I wanted a compensator for a Beretta 92S, the Beretta 92 for brokies, super old, super
Yeah,
worn, and
yeah.
I
It's
wanted a
not quite an FS. It's still the profile's kinda close, but not quite.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the Italian police put 15,000 rounds through them and wore them and rusted them. But
Yes.
I did want to,
Surprised you didn't go Taurus. Most people go PT92 for well, at least when they were affordable or comparable, I suppose, but, people even do that anymore?
no, but remember at the time I liked antiques.
Ah, right,
And I
but of
also
course.
liked I also really liked revolvers, especially
Mhm.
double action revolvers, so I thought, "Whoa,
Are you a
double ac
Smith guy?
double action automatic pistol that's old? Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
that." Yeah.
Check
Am I what?
checks all the
A
boxes.
Smith it's like a Smith guy or a Smith we are you do you have a predilection to a specific revolver, or is it just wheel guns in general?
I mean, mechanically, Smith& Wesson is the best, but,
Oh, that's a fact.
uh
That is
Oh,
actually that was a
wow.
loaded question. I'm a Smith guy.
Yep.
yeah, I
He
mean,
was gonna tell you it
that's
was.
undeniable. I mean, just think about it like this, if you've never thought about it like this before. Every revolver now is a Smith& Wesson clone. Every revolver now is a Smith& Wesson clone, and the Smith& Wesson, like, pattern of, side like, side ejecting, top strap revolver. Maybe I'm mixing my words up here, but that was conceived in, like, I don't know, the 1880s or 1890s, and it
I
hasn't
think Ivor
changed an
Johnson
insane
would
amount.
also be on that list though, because Ivor Johnson like paralleled them, at
Yeah,
least with some of their designs.
but Ivor Johnson fell off. Who's making Ivor Johnson
That's a fair
clones?
point. That's a fair
Nobody.
point.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I've got
Although, I
I've got a
mean,
couple Ivor Johnsons. I like them.
oh no, I'm not ill of them, mind you, but I would say fundamentally Colts are. I mean, with the exception of the top strap design. I mean, yeah, they have the cylinder, but I mean, Smith and Wesson tried to go top eject too. So I think with the I don't know. I think everybody standardized because it was easier to design a yoke and crane to pop out than the whole gun splitting in half and shooting your ammo out.
And I think I mean, just the best choice, all things considered. I mean, it's the strongest because it has the top strap. You can
Right.
unload it pretty much just as fast.
Mm.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the design that's persevered this far, just because it is the best. I mean, the only pretty much the only viable revolvers now, with automatics around, everyone gets a Smith& Wesson or a Smith& Wesson clone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the Colts are I don't I've not I touch a lot of old guns all the time, and I say old, they're not relative. When I mean old guns, it's usually 1800s to newer, but I touch a lot of original Colts because people are like, "Oh, original Colts are the one," or Dan Wessons, and it's like, I don't know how many people have actually played with those guns, but they kind of feel like toys when you feel like a Smith and Wesson next to it. Even mechanically, it feels nicer. Even the newer production guns, I prefer over Colts or any
Wow.
I mean,
Really?
and oh my god, yeah, the fucking hammers remind me of airsoft guns. They piss me off. And I don't agree with right side clockwise advancing because I can't fidget with it.
yeah,
It pisses me off. And the way they design the cylinder stop, it doesn't ratchet, which for my autism is not acceptable. So
there's
I
no way to
prefer
do
Smith
it.
and Wesson. And it goes the right way, but it's just free spinning. So if you want a fidget toy, Smith and Wesson is by far the best thing.
And I haven't
Yeah.
fooled with revolvers in a bit. I mean, you can't carry revolvers anymore. Bad guys have Dracos and Glock switches. You gonna carry a revolver? What are you doing? You get what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying?
You say
Uh-oh.
that.
Uh-oh, somebody feels attacked. Somebody feels attacked
I usually
personally.
carry a 625 or a 351C.
Yeah, I know I am busting your balls. Realistically, I mean, it'll work. But at the same time, dude's got Dracos and switches.
That's
How do
fair.
you
I'm also not trying to have a prolonged gunfight with somebody though.
Yeah, but how do you compete against that? It's almost like you need some type of really cool Beretta or something.
Yeah, it's almost like you need to carry a competition style pistol with 50 rounds.
Yeah.
In a big ass compensator that somebody might make.
I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I carry a Beretta 92X with the long 4-port compensator and TLR one, the extra bright one,
Yeah.
and an
The
extended
X or
mag.
whatever. HX or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I mean
So,
that might seem excessive, but dude's got Dracos and switches.
hey man, I
You
think
gotta
that's
be
a
competitive.
valid
Yeah.
we
Yeah, lay
uh
down
we
the hate.
we actually had a fuck, I don't think we actually ever released this one, but the offensive handgun and Kevin's gonna fucking wince, but
Oh my
there's a non-released
god.
episode about offensive handguns, and
It never
it was
got
a
released.
concept
We referenced
we
it
have
so
referenced. I
much.
don't think we've ever actually released that video, and we won't.
Yeah.
But we
And we won't.
we made reference to a Brass Facts video where I believe he was talking to Czech Pressberg about what the concept about a handgun and what an offensive handgun is, and it's if you absolutely can't take a rifle, what does a pistol need to have for it to subsidize a rifle? And that is a metric fuckload of bullets It's easy to shoot, and ideally enhanced optical systems or enhancements on it that would usually go past my actual J-frame.
Bad
So
bad breath distance.
yeah. So the idea is adding as much capability to your, well, in my case, pants, because I carry on body, but adding a lot of capability to yourself. Now, with that being said, I'm a small guy, so I have some problems carrying big guns now. But
How small are we talking? What are the
uh
metrics?
oh, like
Yeah,
30-inch waist. I weigh 145 pounds,
Height?
and I'm
wow.
5'7".
5'7". You could probably, you could probably carry the RoboCop
Well,
pistol.
no. So I didn't say I don't, because normally, so sometimes I carry like a Glock 34 with a SRS,
That's based.
or SRO, whatever.
That's based.
So I like big guns. It's not a problem of not being able to. It's if I want to wear comfortable clothes that aren't
Yeah.
make me look like I'm
Mommy,
homeless or something.
mommy, what's in that man's pants? Look away,
Yeah,
Johnny.
whatever could that be? So, I mean, the biggest gun I've been able to get away with recently was a fucking M&P compact with an EPS or an fucking 509T, whatever. Too many dots. I'm sorry. Too many numbers. Asian people and the like, for whatever reason, even like Japanese car manufacturers refuse to have a name. It's just numbers and letters, just like the Germans. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, numbers and letters. That's what makes the world go.
There's no soul. It's like, here is model 509T. You shall take it and like it.
No, anything I make is going to get a cool name.
And that, okay, so let's talk about some of your design philosophy. Your Beretta design, while some may just think it's a really cool and very interesting design, it's actually based on there's a bit of pedigree behind that design cue at the very least. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, it's based off of a very rare compensator from, I think, late 80s, early 90s, made by an Italian company called Algemec. Now they mostly make parts or guns for the Italian military and police. I don't think they do anything for civilians now, but they used to make things and export them. It's pretty hard to find information on them, and they've produced very few guns, I think. Mostly weird stuff that dropped off.
Mhm.
But anyway, I wanted a compensator for my Beretta 92S, and I had the milling machine and the lathe, right? So I was looking at what I could possibly make. I was looking for inspiration, and I realized what I really wanted was the compensator from that I saw in Leon the Professional. It's the big compensator. That was the Algemec. The one in that movie was an original Algemec compensator. So I used I rubbed my brain cells together and I tried to think how can I make something like that? That the machining looks too complex for me to figure out. So I'll make something similar. And I made this boxy looking thing. I didn't have the right components, so it attaches kind of weird, and all the dimensions were a little bit off, but it did work. It did work. So I started
What
refining it.
what was it originally, the material? Were you just using aluminum?
Well, I've always used the exact same metal. It's
Okay.
always been
That's good.
66. It's always been 6061 aluminum, which is absolutely appropriate for this part. I've never seen any wear issues because of the material choice.
What kind of round count do you have on your comps?
Shoot, I think my oldest one, or the one that has the highest round count, is well over 2,000. I stopped counting at about 2,000. It could be over 3,000 by now. I stopped counting, but I've
Okay.
never heard of one wearing out. At least not
Okay.
yet. But it's only been 3 years.
So are you using any kind of like expansion chamber, or is it just a big ass hole with ports on the top?
They do have chambers. So it's milled from the top, from the top of the compensator down to the bottom of the bore, it's milled out. So it has plenty of space for the gas to expand and go somewhere else besides out the muzzle.
Okay.
And the vertical walls of those ports help guide it upwards as well.
Okay,
So-
so they're just vertical. There's no angle to them at
No,
all.
just vertical.
There's no bias.
No.
Okay,
But
so just-
vertical
Gotcha.
horizontal for a pistol caliber is just
Mhm.
decoration. I
Okay.
mean
Yeah, that's fair.
with the way okay, here's the way I think about it. Okay, a gun has recoil, and the amount of recoil is relative to how much power you're pushing out. But
Right.
it's almost directly connected to muzzle energy. And with a pistol, you're using a relatively heavy projectile with a little bit of gas behind it. I mean, compared to a rifle, right? It's typically the same projectile weight as a rifle, but just way less gas behind it. And that means you've got less gas to work with, and the compensator functions off of redirecting the gas
Mhm.
to push the muzzle device in a different direction. So if you want the most leverage out of your compensator, you want the ports to be directly upwards. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah.
So I've only ever done vertical ports on compensators. I've also made some vertical compensators for rifles, and I see why people use traditional muzzle brakes on rifles. A vertical compensator, which is appropriate for a pistol, is too effective on a rifle.
Mhm.
I when
Well,
I
yeah,
put
you
it
get negative you
Yeah,
start
Yeah,
it
you
kicks
driving the
start
down.
muzzle.
It
driving
starts
the
kicking
the gun
down.
Yeah.
down, yeah.
It kicks down.
There's a lot more
Uh,
volume of gas as well. It's a lot less
yeah,
efficient, I'd imagine.
yeah, most of the power is coming from the gas. I mean,
Right.
compare like 9 millimeters 7.62 by 39. The projectile weight's pretty much the same. It's just way more gas with the rifle. You know
Well,
what I
so
mean?
the only consideration I would ask is that what consider okay, so how are you mounting the comp? Because I know they're threadless. So is it on the guide rod?
Yes, just like the original Algamex,
Right.
the kit comes with an extended guide rod. I used to manually machine the guide rod assembly. Now I outsource them to Wrath Machine Company in Texas.
Oh.
I think no, they're in Tennessee. Sorry, I'm tired. Uh,
It's okay.
they're really good, but they machine the rods now just because they can machine them cleaner than I can,
Okay.
and it's pretty simple if you have a CNC lathe, which I don't. So he can manufacture it clean and fast. I outsource the rods.
Gotcha.
I'm still machining the compensators myself. I'm sorry, I'm
So have
getting
you
sidetracked.
have you
I
shot any of these under high speed?
I think I mean, whatever speed a GoPro slow mo is.
Are you able to
Uh,
track any kind of movement? Because what how much parasitic loss are you losing by the compensator getting pushed forward by the gas? Or does it keep it neutral?
well, when I look at low light footage, like firing at
Mm,
night,
Mhm.
the I really can't see much gas coming out the back. I know it does because there's soot where it
mhm.
can come out the back,
Right.
but very
Mhm.
little gas comes out the rear.
Okay.
With the 4-port compensator, about 75% of the visible gas goes out the ports.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it gets a whole lot better than that, at least not with the threadless compensator. Um, I mean, it is the most insane flash pattern I've ever seen out of anything. It's L-shaped.
Are your ports equally spaced, or is there a bias between like? Because I know on some pistol comps, especially like open class guns, when you're running like 38 super comp with like a lot more gas volume, they start having stages for the ports. Have you found any use for that?
Mm.
I have not, but I've also not put a lot of thought into it. I figured it doesn't matter a whole lot. I picked a size that's appropriate, really as big as possible with this design, and
Mhm.
I just space them evenly.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
there is one issue I've run into. I hope
Mhm.
I hope guys listening to this are taking notes if they're trying to make comps because I've learned a few things. This is all I do, but
Okay.
there is an issue with making ports too big. At least from back to front. If making them too long. If you make them too long, it changes the angle that the gas comes out. So
Okay.
Interesting.
imagine that the gas is going from the muzzle to the top and front edge of the port in front of it. That's the same thing as, the gas going from one baffle of the compensator to the next.
Okay.
Imagine gas is trying to go in a straight line from the muzzle to the top front edge of the port. If you make the port longer and extend that edge out, the direction that the gas is taking is starting to become an angle. I remember I made a compensator on a prototype. I made a prototype compensator for my wife's pistol where the port was like 1 inch long.
Mm,
And when I reviewed the footage, all the gas was coming out at a 45-degree angle, which is not ideal. You want it going straight up. And I mean,
Right.
it was canted 45 degrees forward.
okay.
So I changed that. Instead of having a 1 inch long port, I think I had two 3/8 ports.
Have you thought about running any, like, fluid simulations through it? Like, in
Interesting.
terms of, like, how the gas would relate to the ports?
Maybe. I've kept it low tech. Whenever I want to test how a compensator is performing, I usually get low light footage
Okay.
so I can just see where the gas is going. And also I've heard that the fluid sims might not be that reliable. At least
No. I
Uh,
mean, it's empirical data. It's not anytime I recommend anything like that, just from what I've heard or from my understanding of it, my very rudimentary understanding, is
yeah.
it's how you compare other designs to the same concept. So I don't know that it's like ballistic gel testing. I don't know that it's supposed to be one for one, but it is a
This is
pretty good indication if you're making progress or not versus other designs.
so you
But
can kind of track your data.
that would be my only argument for, but I mean, that's only really applicable if you have a bunch of designs and you're really trying to find like the minutia in there, but you also have a real world analog to be able to compare to. So, I mean, I can
Yeah.
realize when that would become maybe more of a pain in the ass than it's worth.
Yeah,
um
that's fair. Hmm.
yeah, my
Uh,
my methodology is just make the ports big and use more of them.
Okay.
But I have two options. I have two primary options for lengths. I have a 2 port and a 4 port. I the 2 port is supposed to be the most efficient for its size because
Mhm.
each consecutive port is less effective than the previous one. So
okay.
obviously the first port is the most important,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
The most important additional port is the second one. So
Yeah.
so beyond that, you're getting diminishing returns. So
Right.
I have the 2 port, which is the most efficient, and it's not very big. With this mounting system, if you make it shorter, you might actually it might actually start to wobble because it's mounted to the guide rod. If the guide rod gets shorter, then it starts to wobble more.
Right.
You
But
Okay.
can wobble on the okay.
so a lot of people wanted a 3 port, but I skipped that. I kept hearing online from other people that make compensators. They said, like, at the fifth one, you start to get very little returns. So I figured, yeah, I'll have a 2 port for the most
Most
optimal
efficient.
compensator
Yeah.
and 4 port to get maximum performance.
Mm.
And it really is maximum performance. It shoots so dang flat. That thing is nuts. Um, a-
Interesting.
and one of the advantages of this design, I mean, besides being incredibly cool and nostalgic because it's based on an old compensator, is it doesn't add any weight to the slide. It doesn't
Right.
affect tuning at all. So it can be absolutely massive, but you can still use the standard spring and the standard ammo that you have.
That's cool. I like that.
And coincidentally, if you have a pistol that has very touchy tuning, like a pistol with a FRT in it, one of
Mhm.
these compensators is ideal
Oh,
An
you don't
FRT,
say.
but
because it
there's
doesn't
no
affect
Beretta
tuning.
FRT.
Yeah,
Now
I
there
have
is,
seen a
buddy.
Beret.
What?
What? You
Well,
heard it
that's
here.
more.
You heard it here first. Or
Now
second.
No,
there's, buddy.
not here first.
I got the first one.
He has the first one though. That is true.
Well,
So how the hell did you let's I mean, we buried the lead a little bit, but I mean, in terms
yeah.
of the coolest shit that you make, I mean, the compensator is really cool, but an FRT for Beretta's pretty amazing. Like,
Yeah,
how did we
that
get here?
Okay, well, one day, and by that
At band camp?
I mean like 7 days ago, I was thinking, hey, it'd be pretty cool if we could have like an FRT for a Beretta or something. That'd be pretty
Mm.
cool. You know, I've always wanted a Rafika, always wanted the RoboCop.
Right, right, of
Yeah.
course.
But
Of course, I saw Underworld. I always want
Equilibrium, come on.
Underworld.
Equilibrium. Yeah,
That's yeah,
I always wanted to
Equilibrium
follow
under
a Beretta, and I have all I
un
have is pretty much all I have is Berettas. That's the niche I've chosen. Thought, okay, I want a
You're
machine
you're
pistol.
singing to Kevin right now.
Excuse me, it's not a machine pistol.
Oh, yeah.
I want a very fast firing pistol.
Yes, but of
Um,
course.
so it's gonna have to be a Beretta one, and it has to be legal. So I want a FRT for a Beretta. So I sat down, I disassembled a Beretta, field stripped it, took the grip panels off, and I just kept looking at the mechanism. And I sat there looking at the mechanism for 2 hours, thinking about it. Then I went home. And then the next day, I went back to the workshop, sat down, stared at it for another 2 hours. I got the idea. Okay, what if I make this little precisely shaped lever thing? Has to be just the right shape. We're going right in this spot in the frame, and I put it in there, and it started to work. I started putting shims on it, and it started to work better. so, eventually, I got a functioning prototype made to where it was shootable, and that's where I'm at now. And I've been working to make it more reliable and making it actually really good product. Just to be clear, today is the 29th of September. I don't know when people are going to listen to this, but
Next
people,
Monday, I think?
yeah,
hopefully next Monday.
I did
Maybe?
immediately open pre-orders because I knew it wouldn't take too long to get it done. But I don't want people to think I'm actually behind on
Maybe you know what?
development when they hear this.
I'll drop this Friday just because that's more of a that's let's drop it a little earlier than that just for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Just
gonna
in case.
drop it FRT Fridays.
Yeah. Ooh, Kevin. Look at you.
Coming
Aw.
in when the quips.
Fucking
The
love that.
I
FRT Friday. My goodness. I just got sidetracked. My God. FRTs. So when you say making it reliable, now how much of this is just you taking a file and screaming at your gun for a bit?
All right, well, there would be less screaming involved if I used file. But
Oh.
the way I'm going about this is kind of retarded, and I just
Good, good,
realized
good.
that now.
You heard it
This
here
is a
first.
service we provide, sir.
No, it's
How are you
instead
doing
of
it now?
okay, well, instead of starting with a part and then making it smaller until it works, I've been starting with a part and making it bigger until it works. And that means
I
making the
can't
part
imagine that being more expensive anyway.
no, because then to make it bigger, you just have to remake it every time you want to change
Every
it to make
single
it
time
bigger.
instead
Yeah.
of making it smaller.
So you made a
No,
small
I'm
one,
making
you
it
dropped it in there, and it kind of works. So you're like, oh, this is cool. You made a bigger one, and a bigger
Yeah.
one, and a
I've
bigger
done that.
one.
Yeah, I've done that like 5 times. I've been making tiny little changes because it works. It does work.
Yeah.
I just want
I've
it to
seen the
be
videos.
But yeah, the videos are
I want
pretty
it to be the
cool.
best it can be. So right now, where I'm at now is I've got durability sorted out. I have a prototype that's lasted somewhere between 600 and 700 rounds. And I mean, it has some wear on it, but not much. I just now I
Is this
know I'm
aluminum or steel?
steel. This is
Mm.
304 stainless steel. Um,
So it's pretty soft.
well, I would it's not soft as aluminum. It's about double the
No,
strength of
but
aluminum.
relative to the other components, I imagine it's reacting on, which I ideally are hardened and coated, like phosphated or something. I imagine.
The final version of
Or
the
melanite.
FRT is going to be hardened steel. So
Okay,
it's
Okay.
going to
that was
be
that would be my question.
it's going to be about twice as strong as the steel I'm using now. And the steel I'm using now lasted. I mean, it's still lasting. It's gone like 600, 650 rounds, somewhere around there, and it's got some wear marks on it, but it's not breaking. The original
Okay, what
the
about the
originals
components
were
on the
aluminum.
inside?
The originals were
What about
aluminum.
the?
Sorry.
Okay. No, no,
Sorry.
that's fine. I got excited. I apologize.
So yeah, I'm just listening in awe.
The originals were aluminum, and I knew they would get beat up. I was just experimenting with different shapes and sizes, and
Right.
they got busted up real fast. I mean, one aluminum one, it lasted like 70 rounds, and then it was done. It was cooked. Uh, but yeah, the final one's going to be hardened steel. That'll be plenty. I know it will be. I'm designing fixturing. Okay, let me not. Fuck. I'm sorry. My brain's going a million miles an hour.
It's fine.
Yeah, it happens to the best of
I'm
us.
I know what to do to fix the durability problem.
Okay.
The durability problem is disappearing as I'm making the material harder, so I'm just going to use the hardest material I possibly can.
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh, re-
What does that do for your tooling?
well,
Do you have to count for like in terms of like eating bits? Because I mean, it starts getting harder. It's got to be harder to machine and up your machine time,
oh,
right?
don't worry. I've ordered a lot of end mills for
Oh,
this.
all right, all
I'm
right.
going. I'm going overkill
He's
on production. I'm ordering double or triple or quadruple of everything
I
All
like it.
right.
because
The
I'm
the
going
I
all
like
in
the
on
planet.
manufacturing.
So,
This
what kind of wear are you seeing on the actual Beretta? And in terms, I know you walked your viewers through, or you walked people through exactly how it works. Which, thank you, by the way. But is there a way for without making it eyes crossingly technical in terms of where you're slipping this piece unless you don't want to, but I mean, is it going to be enacting or reacting to different parts inside of the Beretta to wear the Beretta itself out and not the FRT reset function or piece?
Well, here, I'll tell you what it touches in the frame. It touches the receiver, sits in the receiver, and it interacts between the locking block and the trigger.
Right.
The trigger
Okay.
has no wear on it. In fact, the trigger was wearing the FRT. That was the problem.
Okay.
Locking block, no wear. It has some scuff
Even with
marks
the
in the
harder steel?
well, I'm still using 30 still using
Right, right.
304.
Oh,
I haven't
that's
made
right.
the
I'm
It's
sorry.
I'm waiting on the
soft
hardened steel to
steel.
come in.
Okay.
There's some scuff marks on the aluminum frame, but I'm changing the geometry of the part of the FRT to not do that.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, you are going to get increased wear because
Right.
ideally, what you would want in this case is a selectable switch that trips the sear.
Right.
I
Mhm.
mean, but
Right.
but we
That's the
can't
Yeah, we
have
dream.
can't
that.
do that.
We
I
can't
mean, we
have that.
can, I
I
guess.
mean,
Instead,
we allegedly can do
Allegedly in
that.
Minecraft.
Instead, we get a device that mashes the parts together just right, and your finger is actively working against that
Right.
mechanism. So you're
Yeah.
adding a lot of friction. So there is going to be wear on either the part or the pistol. If the part wears, I'll replace that. I won't replace the pistol. Um,
This
but I,
pistol's worn out piece of crap. Throws it
but
in the
I'll,
trash.
I'll tell you this: 600 rounds in, all I'm seeing is scuff marks inside the frame, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm working to eliminate or reduce those scuffs so it'll last even longer. Because I know some dudes are gonna put like 5,000 rounds through this somehow, but
Yeah.
guys that can afford to do that, I think they'll buy disposable Berettas just for this.
Oh
But
yeah, it is.
they're buying them.
Well, you know,
Holy crap!
I saw a law enforcement. I saw like an 84. Was it a Beretta 84? Like Leo
The
trade in
cheetah.
the Cheetah for like 280. So I would like,
Ooh, would that work
would,
in a cheetah?
yeah,
No,
would it?
everybody's been asking that.
Damn it.
No, so
Ah,
I'm sorry.
damn it.
This only works with the 90 series. With the it has to
Uh,
be 90 series recoil operated with the locking block. It relies on the locking block to function.
Okay.
okay.
Um, so I know this sounds like a weird janky system, but the benefit here is that it can be installed or removed in like 10 seconds, right? It's a totally separate piece. It's not
That's
Okay.
it's
good.
not really integrated into the fire control group,
I,
and there's no
I like
pins or
that.
anything. You drop it
I like
in,
that you
Now,
can.
throw it out.
does it only work with factory trigger reset springs, or can you use the wolf spring? I can't visualize how it's gonna or how it's react or how it the relationship at the moment. So forgive me.
I think with what I'm doing now, I think the only spring you're going to have to change is the slide spring, which is the easiest spring to change, and that's all I want people to have to do. I want it to be as
Okay.
convenient as possible. So
Well,
you
so
swap
what
out the
what I mean
spring.
is all my Berettas have the wolf spring. So do I have to switch back to the standard reset spring for the Beretta?
I mean, the trigger reset spring. No, I wouldn't
Hmm.
worry about it. But then I don't think that'll be an issue. But but let me be real here. I've only been testing it on a standard 92 FS. That's the
Okay.
baseline. That's the baseline of
Okay.
compatibility that I want to
Right.
get.
Totally fair.
I'm gonna test it on my 92X. I don't know how that compares to your custom builds for another planet. But I'm gonna test it on a 92X RDO. I've got a Taurus PT92 to test it on. I have the Beretta 92S. Nice, I see that Beretta.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an old 92S. I mean, the one I made the first compensator for. I'm gonna find a way to. Well, I'm pretty sure the FRT is gonna work in there. I threw it in and it recessed the trigger. I didn't live
I
fire it,
was gonna say
but it
I'd
recessed the
imagine
trigger.
So
the
is
components are
is there
largely the
any
same.
chance of like breaking your trigger return spring using the FRT too much?
I doubt it. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna put extra wear on everything if you're shooting that fast, for
I
that
think
long. But
it's just gonna be cycles of the spring though, so you're just accelerating the cycles. That's really all you're
So
doing.
you're just kind of
You're just
accelerating
pressing the trigger more,
you're
a
just
lot faster.
kind of like accelerating the maintenance cycle just a little bit.
yes,
Well,
exactly.
I mean, yeah, it's just imagine you're smacking the fuck out of the trigger really hard.
But the
Yeah, you're
absolute smiles and giggles you get from it are
Smiles per
worth it.
miles. I think
Yeah,
one
it's
of
worth
our
it.
guests
Smiles
said
per
that.
miles.
Cal
Smiles per miles. Oh no, I said that. I was describing my last Silverado, and somebody was like, "Oh, what kind of gas mileage?" Because it was a big 6 liter, 20, or not a big, but just a 3/4 ton 6 liter, 2014. And I was like, "Well, it only gets like 8 miles per gallon," but that was also because I was single and had, I think, like a 5-inch dump tip on it, and I like the sound an LS makes when you go vroom. So that may have been on me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
I
what
don't know
all
why I told that
possibilities
story.
there are of, regarding wear, but
Right.
whatever I identify, I'm fixing it. Whatever I can identify on my end now, I'm fixing it. Um,
Gotcha.
advanced reset triggers.
Yes.
I'm
Mhm.
working with them. They're at some point soon. They're going to help me manufacture these.
Okay.
Because again, I'm just one guy. There's only so much I can do, and my phone
Right.
has been blowing the fuck up nonstop since
Well,
I
of course
passed
it
that.
has.
Yeah,
I
It's a
think I
freaking
messaged you the morning you dropped that
it's a
video.
freaking
yeah, yeah,
FRT for a Britium. I mean, come
Yeah.
on,
yeah. You
man.
did.
It's like
I
And I
was
was like, "Come on, dude! Everything was normal last week. Everything
Yeah.
was normal." Then,
Yeah.
then I post that, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Now I'm going on a podcast. Now I have like 20. I have like 20 dudes wanting to pre-order. What the
All
fuck
right,
is going on?
not to be
Like,
not to be that guy, but I was actually gonna have you on anyway. That just worked out
thank
perfectly.
you.
I wanted
yeah,
to talk to you about the Anton Shakur shotgun.
we have
We'll talk about
impeccable
that in a minute.
timing.
But I am going to be working with Advanced Reset Trigger, the goat of the Glock FRT. That guy. Um, he absolutely wants a bunch of these just for himself. That's probably the whole reason he's helping me. He just wants a bunch of FRT Berettas. That's the only reason he's doing any of this. No, I'm kidding. Uh, that
It's
guy's
all
really cool.
it's all for reasons.
All for reasons.
Indeed.
That's probably the primary reason. Also, yeah, that guy's really cool. It's actually two dudes. I've only talked to one of them, but they're great.
It's actually just 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
With a bunch of Glocks.
Yeah.
Yes. They're standing on stilts made of Glocks.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
god, that was
Yeah, that
retarded.
Now,
image is in my head. Thank you.
now those guys, they've got the experience and the capital and the time that I do not have to do extreme durability testing on these things. I mean, they're going to be shooting thousands of rounds out of their
Ye
Berettas
Yeah,
with
you kind of
the FRT in it to
finding the
identify
failure
any
point
issues.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, reliability. I found the ideal spring setup. You want a 20-pound slide spring. I still
Whoa.
have to fix. Yeah, 20 pounds, or you could get away with 18. You
Holy
can get away
hell,
with 18.
fucking 1911s have 18-pound fucking recoil springs.
And surprisingly, 20-pound recoil springs with 115 grain runs without a hitch. I mean,
Oh
it's no
wow.
issues.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
that's
mean, if I expected it to jam on the first shot, it went through 30 rounds, no problem.
So
Um,
if is this a matter of outrunning the magazine spring or the follower?
yeah. So
mm,
because of the FRT, I mean, this
Okay.
is true. This is also true on the Glock FRT, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Uh, the force that you're putting into the trigger and the FRT wants to try to delay the slide.
Yep.
So the
I've shot the
stronger
Glock ones.
spring.
You can
Yeah,
lock them up if you don't have a powerful recoil spring.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's another problem with identifying reliability issues because this is
Mm.
my FRT is the first FRT I've ever fired. So I don't
Oh,
know if it's me screwing it up
you
or if it's the
you're a
mechanism.
fucking champ, dude. You're
Yeah.
just like, you know what? I've never done this before. Let's make oh well, let's figure out how it
Well,
works. That's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
I
I've
I I
never.
can do this.
That's what I do with everything.
That's
Okay,
that's
here's
what
another
Kevin
thing.
does.
Here's another thing. I've never owned someone else's compensator. I've never owned a
Ooh, that's
compensator
a
from another
Wow.
flex.
company. I've never owned or shot a shotgun suppressor that wasn't mine.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I mean, like when I want something, I make it, and then I happen to have good taste, and then other people will buy it. That's the that's how things go typically.
I mean,
But
that's how you become like an inventor and like
A machinist.
a machinist.
yeah, I mean that's what you want to do if you want to make something new. I mean, if I just go and buy it, then I'm going to be lazy. Like, oh, I already have it. I don't want to make it anymore. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have a similar concept when I bailed ARs. I don't think I've ever bought an AR.
Really?
No. I traded one. I traded one for an RMR like 9 years ago, which I don't think you can do anymore. But uh, however long ago, and then I've built 12 or so since. But I mean,
Oh
all of them
wow.
have been based on something else, or I acquired something, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just build it. But every time it's like, do you want to buy one? No, that's stupid. I
I
could
mean,
just make one.
I have one AR and I kept it simple. It's a PSA AR. It's got the plastic clamshell handguard.
Here,
Yeah,
Kevin, cover for me for a second. I'm gonna go grab that fucking abomination that I made.
Yeah.
So he can
You mean
see. Now, my
you mean
viewers won't know, but if you
like
look at
this?
Instagram, you could see brain aids if you'd like it.
it's got
Yeah,
the
it sounds like my first AR I got.
yeah. I like to keep it simple. I mean, ARs to me, the way I see it is ARs are so good that they're boring. I mean, they're
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are
so
very
good that they're
boring.
boring.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, I made a very nice 7-inch
That is so
thing,
sweet, dude. What's the capacity on that quad
60.
stack? That is so nice.
I've been trying to find the hundreds, but dude, I would do some nasty shit for a 100-round quad.
w
I'm
well, we
surprised how
can't talk
short
about
it
that
is.
nasty stuff here. That's after hours.
So the big play is I've seen a couple guys online chop them and do the tanker quads, and like they're like 34 round mags, and but they look so sexy. So that's the play for me. I'm gonna get me and a Dremel and some bad decisions. I'm gonna see what I can do.
What, you're gonna take
Wow.
that and make it short?
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's so sick. Yeah.
yeah. So
So standard capacity to shorter.
yep. So
Yeah,
it'll be
boy,
it'll be
that's
like
nice.
20 like 20 round length, but 30-ish rounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
That's
love that
interesting.
idea.
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, it might work.
Or it might just
We'll see.
completely destroy a magazine.
The only downside is they don't make these anymore. And when you do find them, they're very much more expensive than when they first sold. When, by the way, they don't necessarily work all the time. I'm still gonna buy like at least 2 or 3 and try to fuck at least 2 of them up. And then I'll just keep this one like nice. Because I mean, just the design and who designed it was more compelling than it's the same guy that did the Ultimac. So like the infinite recoil system. I can't ever fucking remember
Yeah.
his name off the top of my head. It's not Stoner. The other one.
I
I
can't
can't
remember either.
I can't remember, but he's very he worked at Surefire, obviously. He did another updated design with infinite recoil. Super cool. Kevin's trying to help me. I can see him typing. What is it? Can you do it? Are you gonna save me?
Google. I'm googling. I'm
God damn
googling.
you.
I'm
Who designed
googling.
the Ultimac?
Did you see that
Ultra.
company that made the dedicated quad stack mags and lower?
Yeah, the Desert Tech.
Yes, that seems
Yeah, I
sick.
mean, if the mags didn't like split open if you looked at them funny, that'd be really interesting,
I thought
especially
they were
with
durable. I thought I saw videos of them smashing them on the ground.
yeah, in the same video I saw him splitting in half.
Oh shit. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought I'd maybe get to own one someday. Guess
Oh,
they suck.
James Sullivan.
Sullivan, son of a bitch. Thank you,
James
sir.
Sullivan. Well, don't thank me,
Piss me
thank
off. I
Google.
love
Thank
that
you,
guy, and I
Google.
can't remember his name on the spot. I have favorite designers. I'm allowed to. But all right, so where are we going from here? What do we have to look forward to for Alan Griffith guns?
I want to hear
We
about
have
the shotgun suppressor.
9
Yeah,
mil
I didn't say the shotgun
FRTs.
suppressors.
No. We'll get there. Give me one. I was prime. Can you people like cooperate
No,
with me?
no, I'm so excited about the shotgun suppressor. I want to
All
hear
right,
the damn
fine.
thing.
Tell us about the shotgun suppressor, the really cool
Yay!
movie suppressor.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Make Kevin happy and me.
Yeah, it's basically like the video. Whenever I would look up on the internet to see if someone had made one yet, I would just keep finding videos of dudes with like Sega 12s with Salvo 12s on them, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's like No Country for Old Men, dude. It's just like Old
Okay.
Country for No Old Men, dude."
Old country for no men. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no old men.
And
One old man.
I just wanted the real deal. Now, of course, the plan was it's going to be a marketable product someday, which of course I'm still going to do that. But the first one
Nice.
was just for fun because I wasn't able to sell it. Figured if I'm going to make one for fun, which I did this because I had time because I was waiting for the CNC machine parts to come in. I did that while I was waiting for the new machine. I made it. It was really fun. I thought it'd make a sick video, and it was. That's really the only video where the pure point was entertainment. Everything else is mostly describing what I manufacture and sell.
Mhm.
It's all about the
Right.
compensators, really. Um,
It's fair.
I do want to eventually sell the Anton Chigurh replicas. I need a new workshop. I need to get an FFL, and I need to get new lathes. Then I can start selling more of them. But
I will buy one faster than you can put it online.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
and the price point's going to be incredibly high. It's
Yep. Don't care.
I know you don't care.
I do not care.
Some people watching might have their expectations really low, but let's be real, it's gonna be about $5,000. Let's
It's
be
a
real.
bespoke fucking shotgun suppressor. Of course, it's expensive. You silly gooses.
Yeah, it's gonna be very expensive.
Well,
It's
it's
made
okay. So, but it's more than that. It's paying for your time, your development,
Your
like.
your engineering, your
It's more than
expertise, your
just the raw
knowledge.
materials. That's
Yeah.
what pisses me off about people. It's like, you should be fucking grateful it's not more money than that, and he doesn't value his time more.
I'm more
Yeah.
willing to pay for small business guys like you than I am big corporations, because big corporations can just, they come up with an idea or they steal an idea and they just churn them out,
Yeah, well, here's the thing, sometimes because I'm a small workshop of one guy, sometimes because of that, logistics work in my favor. So, here, let let me try
How
and describe
so?
this concept. This is gonna be a long one. Um So after I posted that shotgun video, it blew up, obviously, because it's sick. Um, it got like 750,000 views now.
Okay.
At the end of the video, I concluded it by saying, "Yeah, okay, this is really cool. It works. I can't sell it yet because I don't have an FFL. Give me time, and I'll start selling them." So fast forward a few months later, another company has something very similar for sale.
Hmm.
I'm sure I mean, no one's made one the past 20 years before that video. But then I
Yeah.
post a
Now
video
they're
Oh
and
my god!
now
Don't
they're
say 20
making
years.
them.
no, yeah,
How
now
old that movie was.
I'm not saying they stole the idea from me because it's a copy of a prop from a movie that's based off of a book. I can't claim that it's my idea,
Right.
but no one had pulled it off like I did.
I was gonna say
So,
you're very humble, but I that sounds like a quack and duck to me.
but they did. I mean, let's just say I'm inspirational. People watch me and they
There
get
you go. I like
inspired.
that.
So I
You have
do have to
inspired.
be careful what I inspire them to do, which which is beat me to it. That's what they did. Because I mean, it is my fault because I created a demand that I couldn't fill.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
everybody wants that gun. I said, "Hey, look, it can be done. Here it is. Can I make you
Yeah.
one?" No.
No.
So someone else did it. But
Cock tease.
I mean, at least you're aware. We know some. We are aware of some
Yeah.
situations where it's just we want to complain about a thing, and it's like, well, at least you know.
Well, here's
That's
the logistics thing. Here's where the logistics thing comes in. So
okay.
Okay.
it was a collaboration between three pretty big companies, and
Okay.
by pretty big, I mean compared to me, one broke ass guy. I mean, let's be honest. Three big, very successful companies collaborated to make a Anton Chigurh silent shotgun. Now, big companies to for a project to be at all viable or profitable, they have to do it a lot. It has to be high volume.
Right.
So
Instead of just
usually,
like one-off kind of stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah.
usually it's going to be low profit margins, high volume, so they can be competitive. They don't have to
Right.
be competitive because they're the only ones making this thing, but it
Right.
has to be high volume because
Right.
it's three huge companies. They have to get a return on that investment,
Mm.
right? It has to be big. So can they use Can they use the out of production but movie accurate 1187? No. You can barely find like 5 of them at any given time. You'd be
Yeah.
lucky to
Right.
find 10 of them in a year probably.
Yeah.
Right.
So they used a different shotgun. It looks vaguely similar, but it's not the same
Is
shotgun.
it like a
Right.
Versamax or something?
I have no idea. I can't remember. But it's
Lazy.
something inertia operated, I think. So they used a different shotgun because they needed something that's in production that they can get a lot of at once, like
Yeah.
100 of them. The suppressor is not the same. The suppressor is slimmer and longer, which that's
Okay.
what I would have done to improve in performance. But I think I can't remember how I figured this, but I remember figuring out that making 3-inch suppressors round is somehow a logistics issue. I can't remember what the particular problem was, but that's a
Hmm.
thing. So they made
Interesting.
it skinnier and longer. So the suppressor doesn't look like the movie. The shotgun doesn't look like the movie. The whole thing vaguely looks like the shotgun from the movie. So so there's still a place for me there. I mean,
Yeah.
what I was going to do was gonna be low volume anyway, and
Mhm.
they can't make a living off of doing that. I mean, maybe they can
Right.
do a
Yeah.
couple of custom orders, but I mean, the most 1187s that I could find is probably exactly what I could afford or more. For them, it wouldn't be enough. So
Right.
they
Right.
didn't go that route.
Right.
But I can still pull it off. I still plan on doing it once I get an FFL. I will do that. I'll make sugar specials.
Okay,
Wow.
so
That'd be
that
cool.
kind of brings us to the next part. What's coming up next? I mean, in terms of FFL, SOT, you're building suppressors, like or stuff you want to talk about. What are you
Yeah.
working on other than FRTs for fun stuff?
Right
Incomes.
right now, all I can think about is catching up with production.
Okay.
My bottleneck has always been manufacturing things fast enough. Now, if you're a machinist listening to this, don't send me an email because I'm gonna get 100 emails from 100 machinists after this podcast. If I don't say this, I'm working. I know who I'm working with. I'm going to catch up on production. Please don't spam my inbox. I'm
Don't
getting it
spam
sorted out.
demands.
I'm getting it sorted out. I'm good.
He's a lonely dork with a machine. He's trying.
The absolute curse of success is,
I'm suffering from success so hard right now.
suffering from
The
success.
smallest
T-shirt
violin
idea.
ever.
T-shirt idea. Suffering from success.
No,
Oh my goodness.
that would be too gloaty. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do that.
I don't know if that's a T-shirt.
That'd be corny.
I
Well,
think
Cordy sells.
success should be you walking out of a like a porta-john, and it's just a piece of like toilet paper underneath your your foot.
Look how much
What's
I'm suffering
underneath
from
you?
success. Look at my shirt. Look at my Rolex. Look at my brand new J's. Look at my Mercedes Benz.
I don't know. I don't know what J's are, but I imagine they're expensive.
I know where
You
the
don't need to
Mercedes
know.
Benz is.
I know what a
You don't
Benz
need to know.
is. Oh
Oh, what?
man.
No,
You're like,
when I'm rich, all it's gonna change is I'm gonna be carrying a chrome auto mag. That's it. That's all it's
Are
gonna
you
change.
what caliber?
For AMP.
All right. All right. You're at least a little original. I like that. That's good. That was facetious. That's a good selection.
I do
jeez.
have some crazy crackpot ideas for a 500 Auto Max pistol. I'd like to make that someday. Although that's, in my
Like
opinion,
like 500 Smith and Wesson Magnum rimmed.
rimless. That cartridge,
So
but
like
rimless.
Action Express.
No, no, bigger than 5080. It's 500 Auto Max. You can get them for
Oh,
AR.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I thought you said a 500 auto mag. I apologize.
No. Auto Max is bigger than
I'm not familiar
5080.
with that caliber.
Yeah, it's an adaptation of 500 Smith and Wesson to be an auto loading cartridge. There's a
So it's just
company that
rimless.
makes Yep. There's a company that
Okay.
makes ARs that take it. And
Oh, I think I
Yep.
know what you're talking about. I think I've seen
Google.
that on Instagram.
Yep. Yep. I'm looking at them. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, I don't wanna
Kevin,
rant
send
too
me that
much
link.
about this pipe dream that I haven't even begun on.
Well,
Uh,
what lay out because I
Yeah. Flush it out. I mean,
lay it out,
this
flesh it
I
out. Let's hear what you got.
I
flush
I
it out like a poop.
I have plans that I can't share right now because the haters will sabotage me.
Fair.
You know what?
I
That's
can't
totally a
fair.
fair
I
point.
can't do
That's
that.
fair.
That fucking sucks. I hate that.
I
No,
hate the
I'm
I know that's all
naysayers.
that.
I'm gatekeeping all my good ideas now.
No,
Y'all,
no.
You
By
have
God,
to.
man.
everyone out there has lost the right to hear my ideas early.
Do you have like a little like beat the shit notebook or like a crappy like charcoal pencil that you like write in?
Kevin's a penophile or whatever the
A
thing that sounds
what?
almost like a pedophile is. Whatever when you
Are you
like
into
the
pens?
pens in the paper. That's a
I like
thing.
pens and paper. I like stationery.
Enophile? Is it
You un-
enophile?
You uncultured swine.
What is it fucking called now?
Google it
wait.
now, you bastard.
A
No, I was
collect.
just saying if you had like
or-
a notebook that you write stuff down and like, and it's just like dirty and just all your
Stenophile.
ideas.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad. I don't know. I just what the fuck I'm talking about.
Um,
I know there's
yeah,
a file
a
in there
wise
somewhere.
man once said that the notebook and the pen doesn't matter. You should use the cheapest ones possible because what matters is what you write in it.
Kevin literally has
Yeah.
collections of Japanese fucking.
I just buy pens because I get bored. In my job,
He
I use
does.
I do a lot of writing and I have pens.
By the way,
and-
you left your pencil here.
Which one?
No,
The
I
really nice mechanical one I keep playing with.
I buy big
Oh.
pens in bulk and I use dollar
God
store
bless you.
notebooks.
Listen here, buddy. Upgrade your
Right
life.
on.
Get a G2. Come on.
No,
Yeah,
No.
G2. Well, I'll send you a
Absolutely not.
G2s.
the cheap Bic pen is a symbol of modern industry.
How do you get around like having oil and then it's skipping writing? Because it fucking does that, and I
Why are you
hate
getting
it.
oil on your notebook?
Do
That's
you
a
see
good-
my
good
fucking
advice.
desk, dude? It's all guns.
Good advice.
Like this is nobody else can see this, but it's literally just guns and gun parts, and then this is oil soaked,
What the heck?
and then everything back there is either collectibles or guns. There's all kinds of shit, and then there's the same thing. Like it's everywhere, oil everywhere.
That reminds me. What do y'all do for a living?
I pretend to be a firearm or a curator at a firearms auction house.
Okay,
He
that's
is a
awesome.
curator.
That's
I'm
awesome,
a
dude.
certified nursing assistant at a hospital.
That's awesome.
So
Those
well,
all
we
sound
know
like
what
great
you
careers.
do. Self-made, awesome machinist.
Yeah, now we know the machinist.
I know. Now we have an actual machinist guy. That's super
Yeah,
cool.
I'm self-made. The awesome part is a work in progress.
I
mean,
like that. That's good.
when you're
That's a shirt.
when you're starting with
Ooh, the
uh,
CNC machine.
you're starting with no training, no previous investment. Progress is extremely slow.
Yeah, but you got a shitload of moxie, man. That's
Thank you.
commendable.
Well, I feel
Thank you.
like doing it that way, you learn so much more and you're able to
Yeah,
adapt because
That's how I've learned.
you're not force fed the textbook. This is how you should do it, and then you do it that way, and you're like, well, this isn't working. What the hell? Like the textbook said it should work that way. Well,
I mean,
that's like because it's worked for thousands and thousands of samples, not like super specific niche ideas that you're trying to do.
or not.
So-
I probably could have advanced faster if I mean, maybe I could have advanced faster with more higher education, but I mean, we'll never know because I
You could've
chose the
wasted a
chose
lot
the
of
opposite
time.
route. and
Yeah, I
that
think
I
you
haven't
would
had any
waste of
experience with that.
time, and it
Probably
would've
time and money.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking what, you wait however much money to drill some holes and thread a thing, and it's like, well, I could just
Yeah, let me
save
go
up
back to
money
that.
and then do that myself.
yeah.
Yeah, let me go
And
back to
then when you have an idea, you can just start to, like, figure it out and
Yeah, you
just
can rapid prototype. I mean,
learn on the fly. Like, once you kinda know the basics and what you're doing, you can just kind of adapt it and learn on the fly and not have someone that knows, quote, "more than you" tell you that's a dumb idea because of whatever.
I
But
mean, if you have the opportunity to learn from somebody, especially if it's not in college, you should
right.
absolutely latch onto them like a tick and
absolutely.
learn as
Sorry,
much
we're
as
not
Yeah,
possible.
saying don't seek
Yeah.
education.
No, no,
yeah,
no.
That's not what I'm
I
saying.
was curtailing that more to, like, the big colleges is just kinda, like, take your money and not
Yeah.
really teach you anything.
Yeah, if you can afford to risk, burning money at
Risk it for the
college,
biscuit.
then go for it. I mean, if your parents would pay for it for you or something like that, I don't know, then I guess go ahead and burn their money. But,
I I rather learn from Alan Griffiths about machining than some textbook.
So what
sorry,
I
I don't have
heard
time
is
to teach you, I'm
everybody
sorry.
should bomb his email and ask him for help. That's what I
Yeah,
No,
give
no,
give
no,
all the
no, no.
ideas.
Okay, that already does happen, but which is fun, but it happens at a comfortable rate because I don't tell people that they can do that. Some people just figure out that they can do that. Like today, I was contacted by a gentleman, I believe in Iraq. A local gentleman in Iraq contacted me, and he said that he had just purchased a Beretta 92S, and he wants my help confirming if it's genuine or not. And it was genuine. And he has very cool rugs in his home. I found out, and he's a pretty cool guy.
That's kinda
Uh,
sick.
that seems like a really, interesting, cool guy.
Sometimes
That
I get contacts from the Middle East. Sometimes just because they love Berettas so much, they fucking love Berettas.
really?
Yeah,
Well,
they
I mean,
love
they have
Berettas
quite
so
a
much that they counterfeit them all the doodah day. They make
I've seen
counterfeit
the yeah,
Berettas. They
I've seen the
love
Kyber Pass stuff.
Yeah, they love faking Berettas so much, they'll make Tokarevs and put Beretta on it.
wow.
Yeah, they'll make them Tokarev and call it a Beretta.
I fucking
It'd
I
be
like
kinda
the,
cool to get a Kyber pass spreader just to have one.
Yeah.
yeah. I like the unhinged, like, Chinese warlord aesthetic, like, we're gonna just gonna make a gun in our garage because we have to.
Yeah, I do
Like,
have a
what?
lot of respect for what they do. As janky
That's
as it
sick.
can seem sometime, a lot of those, like Pakistani
Pretty compelling.
workshops, they make some crazy stuff. Um, and there's 2 things I wanna say about that. One thing that pisses me off is that whenever, uh, YouTube channels where it's just the tourist channel, they just go around to different countries, record everything. They're like
Right.
they're like, "Look at this workshop. These guys make auto-loading pistols with just files and hammers."
Dude,
Like,
that's so
no,
impressive.
no, in the next room over, they have ECM lasers, they have CNC
Yeah,
mills, they have
love it.
broaches,
Yeah.
they have every piece of machinery that you could possibly need to make automatic pistols, like, to a
Yeah,
high quality. A lot of the workshops do. And I mean, the tourist shows don't show that either because they don't understand anything about the manufacturing or
yeah.
they're just trying to exaggerate it. Like, look at what they're doing with
Mhm.
nothing.
I
Now,
mean,
I'm
I
not
have
I
to
mean,
imagine because some of them are pretty rough. Some of them are definitely done with I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are done with hand tools, but I would make an argument that that's more impressive to me because I don't know that I could go in any tool shed and go, "I can make a gun in here." Like, at least theirs is gonna go bang once, maybe.
I mean,
Kinda
it's just
Once,
the
maybe.
thing that ticks me off is that whenever someone goes in there with a camera, a tourist, they misrepresent it either because they don't understand the process and they don't know how to describe the actual machinery, or they're ignoring it to deliberately spin a different story. Because I mean, they really do.
That's
It is small
yeah.
factories. Some of them are actually really good, but
Mm, okay.
like that, some of them will actually make a copy that's so good you would never know, and some of them look
Hmm.
like total garbage. But
Right,
Yeah.
it
right.
varies
Everything in
workshop to
between, I
workshop.
imagine. Right.
Um, but shoot, I can't remember where I was going with that. But a lot of them, they have all the tools that you would need to make quality reproductions. How did we get to talking about Kyber Pass, dude?
I don't
How
know.
did that happen?
We just
You
ended up
you
here.
talked so you were talking about some about a guy that reached out to validate or to
That's
verify
right.
Oh, the
92S.
That's
validation
right. Yeah.
on the
So
92S. Yeah.
like, I think last year some guy from Oman asked me if I could make a magazine extension for his Beretta 84. I told him, "No, dude, the shipping cost is gonna be insane.
Bro.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go to jail as well if I
I was
do
gonna say,
that."
what is the ITAR for that?
I don't know, and I don't wanna find out. That's what I told
I
him.
love that.
So I told him, I said, "I'd love to do this, but this is probably not legal, so I
Yeah.
can't do it."
That's the company's position
Yeah.
officially. I like that.
It's probably not legal. Not gonna do it.
I need to go there and show them how to make my compensators. It'll blow their mind.
Yeah.
There
The
you go.
Before
You need to
long
get them to like pay you to come out. There you
Yeah,
before
go.
long
Auntie's
yeah,
flower truck in front of your house just quietly leaves after you said that. Like, oh, that's weird.
It's
before long, you
unrelated, I'm
see them.
sure.
Did you know that, Middle Eastern gun broker is just Facebook and YouTube?
I mean,
That's awesome.
not
Yeah, and they
surprised.
don't get banned or anything for it. They're just like, "Hey, I'm selling this assault rifle. It's full auto. Here's my number. Call me." They do that on
Oh,
Facebook
God
and YouTube all
bless.
day.
Nice.
Um,
God bless.
uh,
It's
okay,
incredible.
shoot, I'm losing my train of thought. There was two more interesting things that I learned from doing a deep dive into Khyber Pass YouTube.
Now,
Um,
you're gonna have to send me some of these videos. I need to find this Kyber Fast YouTube
Yeah.
you
really hard
speak
to
of.
find them. Okay, if you ever there's three things I want to mention. Ammo reloading workshops. What was the other one? I can't remember. Let's just go straight to the
Barrels?
ammo loading.
Maybe?
Okay. Yeah,
Ammo
have you ever
loading.
seen videos of dudes shooting either, Middle East or India, and
Mhm.
the muzzle flash on their gun is insane, like huge sparks everywhere.
Yeah.
Any of like the Indian trials have you seen the Indian trials? Like they're crazy roller lock guns and shit.
Mm-mm. No.
Well, okay. So more to your point, yes,
No.
they
Well,
do that. Yes.
this is more with civilian and like black market guns. But I've seen
Okay.
um there's ammo reloading workshops where they remanufacture ammunition. They take in a bunch of cases, projectiles, powder, they reload them. And what we do, which is the correct thing to do, is we pick the powder with the ideal burn rate for the cartridge and the firearm. We load out the perfect safe amount, and we load that into the case, right? Their method is, what's the lowest pressure powder we can get away with and fill the case up.
Jesus.
So they use powders with a really slow burn rate, and every time they fill the case to the brim and then compress a projectile in there. So
Wow.
it'll be like
Wild.
a 7.62 Tokarev, like
Hissing hot.
overflowing with very slow burn rate powder, and they'll crush a bullet down in there. And it doesn't blow up because I guess they account for this with the burn rate, but
Yeah,
what
that's
what you
that's what
get
it is.
yeah,
It's
what you
not
get is a
Jimmy
ton
John's
of
in the back blowing his fucking hands off. It's like a little less than that.
you
And
get
it's like do a little less, please.
but that's what they do. I mean, they do have licensed workshops with more
Do
strict
do the ammo
strict
reloaders
work,
have
but
all 10 fingers?
every time I've seen a video, they all got their fingers. I guess they just replace them when they lose their fingers. Um,
Okay. Well, I mean, not very helpful anymore.
but they usually do that with 7.62 Tokarev and 7.62 by 39. I've mostly seen it with the 7.62 Tokarev. So they will get, man, that they this is insane. But what they'll do is they'll take double stack select fire Tokarevs, which they make also. And
I'm
they'll
sorry.
huh?
What?
Yeah,
Double stat.
they'll take double stack. I've seen a bunch of double stack select fire Tokarevs. Those are very popular
Double
on
stacks your Tokarev.
Middle Eastern Gunbroker, which is YouTube.
God bless.
By the way, you have to find this stuff. You have to search like a metric caliber term plus like some Arabic words, and then you can find them.
You're
But
you're gonna single-handedly nix the entire meta Eastern
yeah,
Somebody-
shit. I should have
somebody-
been gatekeeping this. I should have been
Somebody-
gatekeeping this.
Somebody
God damn it.
one of the alphabets is like, write this down, write this down.
There's curiously like a shitload of Kyber Pass AKs for no reason in the US now. It's like
Yeah.
weird.
This is what they'll do. That 7.62 Tokarev packed full to the brim with essentially rifle powder. Load up 30 of those bad boys in a select fire double stack Tokarev and just blast it in the air. It looks like a bomb going off above your head. It's insane.
Jesus.
It looks like a anti-air cannon.
Such a fucking vibe though.
Now, here's something smart that they do, which is smarter than us stupid Westerners.
Right.
You know how people always complain about not being able to reload Berdan type cases?
I do now.
Okay, well, did you know there's two different types of primer pockets for
Yes.
cases? Yeah.
Mhm.
There's Boxer, which has one hole in the center,
Yeah.
and it's easy to push the primer out through that hole. Because
Okay.
if you have the cartridge mounted in some sort of collet, then the cartridge centers itself, the hole in the center centers itself, and you can push a pin right through it that knocks the primer out.
Okay.
In Eastern countries, they use Berdan primers, where the anvil for the primer is built into the case. So there's one less component to put into it, but then it
Okay.
becomes way harder to reload. That's the trade-off. It's
Okay.
a cheaper cartridge, harder to reload. And
Okay.
over here, people are like,
Can you
"Damn,
punch
how
them
do?"
out?
Well, no, because if you put a punch through there, I'm sorry, I skipped that part. The anvil is built into the case, and
Right.
it's in the center of the primer pocket. So the flash holes are offset. So you can't reliably
Huh.
put a pin through the holes because they're not in the center.
No, I meant can you punch it out and make it a traditional pocket?
You can, but that takes a lot of work.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Over here, people's method is, oh, well, you gotta fill up the case with water and then ram a rod in there, and the pressure will push the primer out. That works, but it takes a lot of
So
time.
just
And
hydroforming basically in reverse?
kinda,
Interesting.
you're using pressure to push the primer out. Since you fill it up with water, ram a rod in there, pressure forces the primer out. That works, but then you have a wet case and it's extra steps, so it takes more time.
Yeah, you gotta try it. Yeah.
These astronaut brain surgeons in the Middle East, here's what they do.
Astronaut,
Which
not.
this sounds stupid, but it's so damn genius. I don't know why nobody does this over here if you're trying to reload Berdan cases. They mount the cartridge upside down, case up into a collet.
Okay.
It holds onto the case perfectly tight without damaging it. And they take an awl, like a sharpened rod, they
Right.
stab it into the primer and pry it out.
Huh.
And it takes like 1 or 2 seconds to do it. You throw
It's so
a case in the collet, stab it, pry it out, then throw another case in there, do it again.
Occam's razor.
You can
I
do
was
it.
gonna I was gonna say Kevin and I were talking about like the US making that crazy fucking pen that was supposed to write in space, and then the joke is like Russia's solution was 1-cent pencil. That's fucking
Yeah. So it sounds like they use their astronaut brains over there.
I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
I
Dude.
mean,
That's sick.
I trust these guys, so they do it for a living. You think they're not gonna
Right.
find the fastest way to do it? I mean, they're
Right,
Yeah,
you're
they
gonna
get
do
it.
the most efficient thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh.
and I've seen videos of it. It doesn't damage the case, and it's fast, and it works. No one does it here, bro. Stop pouring buckets of water into your cases and pushing rods in there. You don't need to do all that.
That's so
Just try it out.
sick.
I tried it
I like how
once.
simple that is.
I tried it
Yeah.
once, and it works.
Okay.
It works. I didn't have the primers to reload it. I just wanted to give it a try. I was like, damn, it's so much easier than doing all this weird hydroponics shit to get it empty. But man, I don't know how we got off on this Kyber Pass tirade, but that was fun. That's
I like
that's
it.
all
I
I've
like
I
it.
mean,
learned.
that's what you can do here on the podcast. Where you can just start off simple and easy, and just where it ends, no one knows.
Walk into nonsense about Kyber Pass stuff and movie guns. I love it. Well,
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna have you back on for a part 2 because we got to hear what's coming out. When after it's been announced, obviously, because people aren't to be trusted.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the biggest issue right now
But
is, keeping up with
me
production. I should not be thinking about what's coming next because
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have
Well,
stuff to
I
do
mean,
now.
I can tell you as somebody that is a fan of your work, I appreciate hearing that you care about the products. I mean, I know that sounds
Abs
kind of
absolutely.
yeah, but I
I
no,
do.
genuinely, we definitely appreciate that.
I do, 'cause I want my customers to get something good. I want them to be happy that they chose me to make their things,
Love that.
and also, I have been trying very hard to cultivate a good reputation, and if I make crap parts or give good service, then that's done. I mean,
Right.
I'm
Yep.
not an anonymous, company name. This isn't, compensatordynamics.com. It's no,
Kevin would be good for
compensationsolutions.net.
that voice acting role, though.
No, I mean, it's me, it's Griffith, it's got my name on it, and the name's stuck on me, so,
I love it.
even if I wasn't a nice guy, which I like to think I am,
Oh, I
I
think
think
so.
you are.
We like you.
whatever reputation I cultivate is gonna be stuck with me forever, so I want it to be good.
Yep. Yep. That's fair. That's a really good way to look at it. I
It
like
is.
that.
Hmm.
Reputation's worth more than all the gold in the world,
Hmm. Well,
biblically speaking.
I mean, honestly, we definitely believe that. But honestly, we really appreciate you taking the time and coming on the show. This has
Yeah.
been excellent fun. We need and we'd love to have you back on if you'll have us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'd love to have a part 2, that'd be awesome.
That's fucking
Just let me
great.
know
Hey,
when
this
y'all wanna
is
do it, and I'll see if it's a good time.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
right
Yes, sir.
on.
My wife is in charge of our schedule because
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
don't we
to be
don't do
trusted.
it. We're not allowed to do it. Only
No,
only the big
she is
producer
the
is.
only competent one between the two of us. Three of us. Sorry, there's three of us. My
Wait,
fault.
you forgot the
I left you
caliper?
out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you left me out?
I left you out.
You
I'm so
ass.
sorry.
You absolute ass. Half the
Hey,
podcast and you
what,
leave
you
me
think
out.
I'm not gonna talk about my wife? Come on, man. That lady is awesome. She puts up with me. She married me on purpose and had a kid with me.
On
That's
purpose.
crazy work.
The kid was on purpose too.
On purpose. Oh, shit. All right. Alan, plug your shit. Where can the people find you? I know we obviously already did that, but if they have squirrel brains like I do, they may not know. So Instagram, Facebook, where am I finding you?
Okay, so on Instagram, I'm Griffith Guns. On YouTube, I'm Griffith Guns. My website, griffithguns.com. I'm Alan
God
Griffith.
bless.
This has been Griffith Guns. Thank you.
It's
Oh,
very
okay.
efficient.
Wait, is it Griffith's Guns?
Oh my
No,
God.
no
Is it?
S. Griffith Guns.
Griffith.
Which, ironically, I don't sell any guns. I just thought the name sounded cool.
It does sound pretty sick.
Yeah.
I
will.
do
Okay,
make gun
so
parts. Close enough.
the last closing thought is every time I see GG, I think GG&G or I think the GSG9. And so I always have to remember it's Griffith Guns Compensators. So
You ever
that's my
think good
fault. I'm a
game? Yeah,
goose.
I thought the name sounded good, and I thought the abbreviation sounded good.
I like it,
So
the
I did that.
GG. It sounds pretty good. It sounds very, very professional.
I can't remember what other titles were brainstormed, but I was dead set on that one. That had to be the one.
I love it.
Love it.
Well, thank you again, sir, for coming on. And like I said, we'll definitely reach out and have to do this again. This was phenomenal. Thank you, sir.
It really was.
Thank you very much, man. Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, you too.
Oh.
Hold on, let me roll the
We- we
outro,
are-
Kevin.
We are
before-
roll the outro.
Fuck
I'm gonna go
up.
work on projects that I'm gatekeeping.
I fucking love that. Go do that. Let me roll the outro, Kevin. Is that it? Do I do
Yeah.
the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Here we go. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Very cool. You should like and subscribe.
On Facebook and Instagram.
And Twitter and Spotify. You should listen there too. If you
Aren't they
heard this on
listening to
Spotify.
this on Spotify right now?
Well, they could be, but there's also YouTube podcasts, so
Ooh.
all of the places.
We always forget where we post this stuff.
We don't know where this is. Thank you for listening wherever you're listening to, but you should also like the other places that we are. And
Who
then
are we and what the hell are we doing here?
yeah, I don't know how we got here. So thank you for letting us talk directly into your ear holes.
Ah, right to the brain.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Adios.